Good morning, Jessie. How are you?
Good morning, Kelly. Happy Monday morning.
Happy Monday morning. It looks like it's cold there. You're wearing a sweater.
It
How's
is. It is. It's cold. It was in the 40s this morning in Florida.
it's negative? It says it feels like -1 here in Maine, so crazy. Okay,
You know what I thought about this weekend, Kelly? We need to come up with a name for our little Monday morning videos
good. Maybe we'll take suggestions.
for our loyal watchers and listeners out there. Give us suggestions.
All three of you, send them along. Okay, today we are going to show a feature in the 1805 release in regards to reports. And this is probably something that people have noticed, but we wanted to give you just a quick outline of how this works. So we're going to show you the ability to, once you run a report in Koha, to go right straight to batch item modification and edit those items you've just run a report for. Jessie, isn't this great now that we can do this straight from reports?
Yes, I loved when we had the option to do it right from the advanced search feature where we could download those barcodes. Now this adds an extra benefit to our users right when they run that report.
The item search. Yep, I love it. I get so excited about the item search. I think people think I'm crazy.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, it's my favorite too. Okay, so we're going to go over to reports, and we are actually going to use one of the reports that I set up. But let's look at that report, because the important feature to be able to utilize this is the fact that you include item number. It's not that report. Okay, here it is. So let's go ahead and show this report. So the most important feature is that item number field. So you do need to have in the select column item number. That's going to allow batch item modification, because that is what we use for batch item modification. So this is looking for any lost books and when they are lost on. So let's go ahead and run this. If I were to edit this, Jessie, this is another, just a small feature in 1805, is now if you update the SQL at this point, you are not going to go to that blank screen. You still can continue editing. That was another feature in the 1805.
I like that.
Yeah, you stay in this same screen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit run report. Now, look at this.
Beautiful.
Now, you're going to ask me a question, aren't you? You know, what happens if
my staff member doesn't have access to batch modify, but they have access to execute a report?
Ooh, let's try it. Okay, so let's finish this, and then we'll log in as a staff member who maybe can run a report but can't use that batch modify or the tools feature. So let's go ahead and hit batch modify. I have that item number column, which is associated, and it brings me straight to this page.
Beautiful.
Wowzer. So I could go ahead and just clear this loss, maybe I'm withdrawing them, whatever. I have the ability, so many less clicks this way. Okay, let's go ahead and let's log out. And we're going to log in with a limited staff members permission.
Now, Kelly, as we're doing this, let me ask a question. So when a staff member would go into batch item modification, they have the option to also enter in barcodes. Now, if they only have barcode in the report, it's not going to give them that item. I'm just re-specifying that people do need to have that item number in the report in order for this to work.
Yes, absolutely. It's that item number that's the key to allow for that batch item button. Okay, so let's go into reports as Missy. It's funny. You have a friend named Missy. I have a friend named Missy.
Yeah. Childhood friend.
Childhood friends. Okay. Let's go to my last one. So I have the same one. I'm going to go ahead and hit run, just like I did with my full super library.
Perfect.
I have the ability to batch modify. I see
and there we go.
So they still see it. They can't go any further because I don't have access to the tools. I cannot go and use that tool itself. So that's pretty cool. I love this feature. I think that, you know, my children actually were just talking about number of clicks to go to certain places. And I think that's the time period we live in.
Yeah, that's a total time saver.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, exactly.
Eliminate a couple steps out of your workflow.
Exactly, exactly. So now maybe people will start to learn a little bit more SQL because once they have that report, it easily brings them right into there versus getting a file another way. Okay, great. Thank you, Jessie, for joining me today on Monday morning.
Excellent job, Kelly. Looking forward to this enhancement that everyone can use now in 1805.
Have a great week.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.